Hello students, Miss Slyman here, and I'm going to talk to you about rational graphs. And so we've been seeing some rational expressions, and we've been seeing them mostly when we've been doing our division. And so now we're going to go back and connect it more to what this looks like when we graph it. But as a basic definition, a rational expression is just the ratio of two polynomials. And so we can simplify these. So this first one I see on top that I can factor out a 2 and have x plus 1. I see that my denominator also factors. That's a quadratic that factors x plus 3, x plus 1. Well, I want to be careful here because this is going to simplify to 2 over x plus 3. But this question here, under what conditions is the expression undefined? Well, I want to come back to the original, because looking at the original, this function doesn't exist for x equals -3 or x equals -1. So that means that it's undefined at x equals -3, or x equals -1. So this is where I'm undefined. So I'm answering the question here. If the question was to state the domain, my domain would be x is not equal to -3 or x is not equal to -1. And jumping ahead a bit graphically, undefined are points that I'm going to have discontinuities. So either vertical asymptotes, x equals -3 will be a vertical asymptote, but x equals -1 is not a vertical asymptote. Instead, that's going to create a hole in the graph, which we'll see in a little bit. Let's continue simplifying though. So first I'm going to think about my undefined. So I'm going to think about my denominator. That denominator is going to factor into 3x plus 1 times x plus 5. So I'm undefined for x equals -1/3 or x equals -5. Continuing my simplification, I'm going to take out a 2x, get my x plus 5, which will then cancel. So 2x over 3x plus 1 is my function. All right, again, I'm going to factor. This is going to be 2x plus 1 times x. Oops, that should have been a -1. And then that is going to be x plus 2. Sorry, 3x plus 2 over 1 plus 2x and 1 minus 2x. Well, these are really similar to each other, except they're negatives of each other. So when I simplify, I'm going to have a negative on top, 3x plus 2. My denominator is going to be 1 plus 2x. But my undefined area, I'm undefined for x equal plus or minus a half. All right, so that's defining and simplifying rational expressions. In the next videos, I'm going to talk about the graphing of them.